I'm initiating the discussion today. Thank you very much, Gandhi Smriti Darshan Kendra, Nai Delhi, for inviting me. And it was enlightening to hear Sri Vijay Prakash ji, and he has covered mostly land to lab. So you have chosen very judiciously. And now I hope you can see my slides.
Yes,
I
sir.
hope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so no problem. So once again, thank you, Gandhi Smriti New Delhi, for inviting me, and thank you very much, Vijay Prakash ji, for such a enlightening talk regarding land to lab creativity in schools. So I have divided my talk into 3-4 very clear, distinct portion. Topic is from lab to land, innovation from educational institution and their social impact, a Gandhian approach. As you might be knowing that I'm basically a chemical engineer by profession. By choice, I've started entrepreneurship education in IIT BHU. So I'm expert, I'm not going to say expert, but I do work in environment, energy, entrepreneurship, chemical engineering, and I'm from my core of heart, I'm a social activist. So in Banaras and nearby areas, nearly all the social organizations are working closely with me. So I do understand the technology being developed in the land, technology being developed in the institution, and how they can be mutually compatible to each other. कैसे ये अपने देश के लिए अच्छा होगा, इसकी हम बात आज करेंगे. But now new education policy has already been announced. July May that has come, and now there is a history from Vedic education to era. So if I carefully examine the book written by Dharmpal ji, The Beautiful Tree, I'll start from there. So what Dharmpal ji is written, and that has been quoted by 1823 report by collector of some particular district. Collector mentioned a curious fact: the economy with which children are taught to write in the native schools, and the system by which the more advanced scholars are caused to teach the less advanced, and at the same time to confirm their own knowledge, is certainly admirable and well deserved the imitation it has received in England. Dharmpal has clearly written that up to 1750 or 18, even the student and their education only in Madras Presidency was a lot better than the England. So in 19th century, England has started imitating us. Why they have imitated? The beautifully we are teaching, we are imparting creative learning. The way we were, the teachers, senior teachers were training their juniors, and even they were training themselves. So this was a very good way of inculcating knowledge in different level. So this cost-effective teaching method used in the indigenous private schools of 19th century India were in fact a manifest strength, so much so they were imitated in Britain, then across Europe, and then the world, and did so much to raise educational standard. So we were the guiding force to whole of the world to how to do education and how to impart education. Now, Gandhiji has taken a lot of learning from this, the Vedic education and the book by Dharmpal, and he has also mentioned a number of times about Dharmpalji's work. So what Gandhiji says that by education, I mean an all-round drawing out of the best in a child and a man, body, mind, and spirit. Literacy is not the end of education, not even the beginning. It is only one of the means whereby men and women can be educated. Literacy itself, no education. It's basically literacy is the initiation of learning and creation, you can say. So I would therefore begin the child's education by teaching it as a useful handicraft that has been very well covered by Vijay Prakash ji, and enabling it to produce from the moment it begins training. And that is the gist what have been added by the new education policy in class 6th onward. So that is there. Thus every school can be made self-supporting. We need not invest so much. We are investing currently. The condition being that the state takes over the manufacturer of the school. But what happened later on? Later on, what happened that we have forgot Swadeshi education. That may be impact of Macaulay. And that is why Akbar Allahabadi, a noted Urdu poet, once described present education system एंड ही सेज तिल में भूख या आए माँ बाप के एतबार की, दूध तो डिब्बे का है, तालीम है सरकार की। मतलब क्या लड़के के अंदर आप संस्कार डालेंगे, क्या उसको इंडिजिनस नॉलेज देंगे? हो क्या रहा है कि उसको घर पे जो तालीम मिलती थी वो तो मिलनी बंद हो गई। पेरेंट्स ने सब कुछ सरकार के ऊपर छोड़ दिया। दैट इज द वर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ इंडियन सिस्टम इन लास्ट 20 to 30 years। आपको याद होगा कि पहले गांव में शादियां भी होती थी तो हर घर से सामान आता था, एक कलेक्टिव रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी की फीलिंग होती थी। But later on, what has happened? Everything has to be done by the government. We are not supposed to do anything. And then corruption creep in and things have been worse from that end. So the above couplet means that the culture of parent is not reflecting the children because they are brought up on milk powder and government education. Swadeshi education cannot be borrowed one. It has to be evolved, taking into consideration our own environment. We have to take care of what exactly the India and what exactly the rural India and what is this requirement. And I hope new education policy will certainly give us space to enter into that area. Swadeshi education cannot be, we wanted to create independent thinking in children and man through नई तालीम। तो नई तालीम को अब हम क्या करें, नया एजुकेशन मान लें, जो नया एजुकेशन सिस्टम आ रहा है। The purpose of education not to produce clerks who are not supposed to use their brains, okay? We are supposed to produce leaders because Britishers were interested in the clerks की आदेश बजा लेने वाला चाहिए, लेकिन हमें आज ऐसे लोग चाहिए जो देश को नई दिशा और हैं। So नई तालीम से after producing self-reliant, socially useful citizens situations. They will possess the skills, capacities required for all around development and both society and individuals. By its very nature, it emphasizes on character. Until character is built, building rather than on providing information. That is very different. Now, this is the Google era. Everybody has lots of information. But extracting knowledge out of that is a very critical phenomenon. So the teachers or institutions are now supposed to create knowledge out of this information and then present it to the students in a manner that can be very easily absorbed. So they will possess skills, capacity required for all-round development in both society and individual. But it's very mature, it emphasizes on character building rather than providing information. The mood question is whether we want only literacy or aim to sarthakta, meaningful life. So this is the difference. Literacy or, saksharta or sarthakta. You have to choose one of this. What is current trend? I should not discuss more because the question now posing the word is that we have succumbed to the greedy word of technological gadgets and solution in order to stay ahead in a race of economic progress. Another important aspect that needs to be considered is to check if social innovation management become a victim of such greedy race. We are not doing social innovation. Social innovation is all about finding and curing the outlying societies. Constructive program of Gandhi's were targeted toward the poor and villages. So we have to go back again. It was for the uplift of those who had not availed the basic need. His ideas worked in synchronization with the nature and ecosystem. So, we have to save our ecosystem. We have to serve the last one in the line. So if India can only become Atmanirbhar, if we can reach to the last man. So that has to be done, basically. So now I will add one more thing. After Dharampal, after Gandhi's view, after understanding the current need, now this is the punch seal of new millennium. I do discuss about this. This has been given by Raghunath Anant Maselkar Sahab. He was the DG CSIR and the scientific advisor to Prime Minister of country, Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. Or even today, Maselkar ji is adding a lot of knowledge to Indian society and leading a lot of industries. So what he says that India can become one of the leading nation as dreamt by Abdul Kalam Sahab, only by doing these things. What is? We have to create a system of education which is student-centric, child-centric. Second, we have to think of a family where women are put on the forefront. Female child has to be taken well care of. Knowledge-centered society. Society has to honor the knowledge creator, not the money and mafia. That has to be created into the mind and souls of the citizens of India. Human-centered development. It's not only automation can serve the country. We should go for that kind of development जहां हर हाथ को काम मिले, क्योंकि इंडिया 135 करोड़ जनसंख्या का 140 करोड़ जनसंख्या का अगर कंट्री है, अगर हम केवल एजुकेशन दे पाए और उसको कोई वोकेशन नहीं दे पाए, उसको कोई हमने नौकरी नहीं दिया या कोई उद्यमिता का जरिया नहीं दिया, तो वो गलत होता है. और मैं कई बार मजाक में लाइटर सेंस में कहता हूं, इफ यू सी मेजॉरिटी ऑफ टेररिस्ट आर मोर एजुकेटेड साइंटिस्ट एंड टेक्नोलॉजिस्ट, बट दे हैव गॉन इनटू रॉन्ग हैंड. So we have to give proper opportunity. And finally, Innovation Center India. Until and unless innovation will be the core of the knowledge, core of the education, core of the training, we cannot get desired result. So innovation has to be given proper emphasis. Creativity then can only come. So we have to understand the difference between discovery, invention, and innovation. That has to taught at the school level. And the next one, how we can convert this population burden to human resource. That is very important. Now, ministry's name has already been changed from HRD to Shiksha Mantralaya, but there are human resource and they have to be upgraded. Otherwise, majority of our leaders sometimes says that we try our best, but desired result is not being brought in because there are immense population load. So now we have to train them in a such a way, because we are very lucky. The students, the population of younger generation is maximum in our country. So if we train them properly, if we polish them properly, they can be sent to throughout the globe to lead the world. So we have a lot of opportunities. So how to do that? So मैंने कहा पहले we have to inculcate the scientific observation into the students. As already Prakash Sahib was discussing, that they are giving such kind of training to the students. Go and observe what is exactly happening or what is currently happening. If you go to any school and ask any student, can you differentiate between sarson, gehu, chawal, chana? He cannot. So what is happening? So scientific observation. So what is happening? There are subjective observation, objective observation, and scientific observation. And majority of our decisions are based on subjective observation. So that is wrong. Because from childhood we have been trained that आंख से देखी हुई और कान से सुनी हुई पर विश्वास करो, तो उसे सब्जेक्टिव ऑब्जर्वेशन कहते हैं. अरे आपकी आंख ने सही देखा, क्या आपके कान सुनने लायक थे, क्या आपका मस्तिष्क उस समय स्थिति में था कि आप विजुअलाइज कर सको कि हुआ क्या? इसीलिए सब्जेक्टिव ऑब्जर्वेशन इज द वर्स्ट वन. ऑब्जेक्टिव इज सिंपल डेमोक्रेसी. ज्यादा लोग जिसके फेवर में हो गए उसको बेहतर मान लिया, तो वो भी उतना अच्छा नहीं हुआ. सो वी हैव टू इनकलकेट द साइंटिफिक ऑब्जर्वेशन इन आवर स्टूडेंट, एंड दैट कैन ओनली बी डन थ्रू ऑब्जर्वेशन, थ्रू इन्वॉल्वमेंट, टू अंडरस्टैंड, टू एक्सप्लोर. So that has been given. Because time is limited, I will not discuss much. Otherwise, this only one slide takes around 1 hour. So I'm not going to discuss in detail. So next one is the self-exploration. Let the child, let the student give enough opportunity to explore its trait. What kind of positive traits he is having and what kind of negative traits he have. And depending upon the goal in life, objective of his life, he can be polished. He can improve upon certain negative trait if required. Okay, then motivation is the most important, which is the job of our teachers. So there are two kinds of motivation, intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation will be brought into the students through self-exploration, through introspection. But extrinsic motivation will be given by we teachers. We can say, when you show them the path, the benefit, accordingly we can motivate them. And then finally, the next one is the modification of acquired need. This is most important. You talk about the acquired need, there are need of achievement, need of power, need of autonomy, need of self-actualization, okay, need of approval. All these are there. But what I'm emphasizing that we have to modify acquired need. We have to improve upon achievement motivation. Students should be given opportunity to explore themselves, to understand their positive trait, choose their goal, and based upon their education, their personality, and their goal, they should slowly move upward. That is the right kind of approach in education. Activation theory and job enlargement is also very good. Because as you know, every human being loves stimulation and variety in its environment. So students should be given such kind of training so that they can explore, they can utilize whole of their potential. केवल तनख्वाह के लिए नौकरी न करें, वो नौकरी इसलिए करें कि उनको उसमें आनंद आए, वो इस तरह का चूज करें. कैसे चूज करें भाई? फ्रस्ट्रेशन कहाँ आता है उनको समझना पड़ेगा. तो मैं कहता हूं, you plot a XY curve between degree of frustration and degree of difficulty in a job, and do understand according to you what kind of difficulty will be feasible for you. Then you choose the job, not choose the job on the basis of perks and salary. So that will be the right kind of approach. And finally, we have to give them the proper training in the leadership. And what kind of leadership? We should inculcate democratic supervision into the student. That is one thing. I'm quickly moving, and that is required. So now, why lab to land? The topic given to me. Why lab to land? So now I'll be focusing more on agriculture. Why agriculture? Because 53% population is dependent on agriculture in India. But it is contributing only 17% of the GDP. जो पहले हम छोटे थे बचपन में कहा जाता था कि भारत एक कृषि आधारित देश है, लेकिन आधार तो अभी भी कृषि है, लेकिन जीडीपी में उसका परसेंटेज घटता चला गया. क्यों चला गया? क्योंकि फार्मर के हाथ से इकोनॉमी चली गई. तो अगर रूरल इंडिया को स्ट्रांग करना है एंड वी रियली आर इंटरेस्टेड इन आत्मनिर्भर भारत, तो हमें अपने किसानों को, जैसे प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने कहा है, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने, कि हमें उनकी आय दुगनी करनी है. कैसे करेंगे? सो आई जनरली से 3-way मॉडल. Farmer is the core, then literate individual young person from village, and then educated youth from IITs and IIM. These three has to come together. Farmer will produce educated youth of village will be given proper skilling so that he can do post harvesting and processing, and then student of IIT and IIM go for value addition and marketing. If this particular network can be created, we can really be real आत्मनिर्भर भारत. तो आज मैं इस पे थोड़ा ज्यादा कंसंट्रेट करूंगा. हमने बहुत सी बातें की है, हमने हर फील्ड में काम किया है, लेकिन हम एग्रीकल्चर में जो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में काम किए हैं ऑन एलाइड इंडस्ट्री में, दैट विल बी डिस्कस्ड टुडे. सो I have already discussed 53% population, only contribution of 17% GDP. So we have to narrow the gap and make agriculture a profitable and sustainable in terms of food security and rural employment. And that will solve a big problem. In COVID-19, we have seen the mass influx of laborers from metropolis city to their village. So we have to reverse the trend of this migration, and that can be done only when the higher technical institute will take proper interest. If you see, majority of business incubator in India, what they are doing, mostly they deal with the software and information technology. But the need of the hour is to do in agriculture processing, food processing, or use of AI, ML, etc. into the agriculture or manufacturing. Or MSME, that should be given proper representation. So that's why I have made it my target that I will concentrate mostly on these things. So next is, so we have to introduce low-cost relevant technology on the farms and homes for increasing employment, production, and income. Assist the farmers to develop feasible farm plans, keeping in view the availability of technology, need, and resources of the farmers. Guide and help the farmers adopting improved technologies as per their farm plan, and demonstrate to them the economic viability of those technologies as well method of cultivation and farm management. So we have to organizing training, we have to do extension activities, because they have to adopt the practices, and we have to prepare them to coordinate and plan for agriculture development, and from development to the development of the nation. We have to make the farmers aware about the various opportunities and agency, develop functional relation and linkage with the scientists and institution for future guidance, advisory services and help. And we have to identify area specific needs and develop specific solution for sustainability. Lab to land to lab. Now we have to combine all three. Because Prakash ji has discussed land to lab, I will discuss lab to land. But sometimes there are the technologies which have been developed in the land. They need validation, improvement, modification in the institution again. So there should be a synergy between all three. So this should be two-way process, not only lab to land, but also lab to land to lab. Because innovation not only takes place in lab, but it also takes in land. And these are bottom-up innovation which are developed to meet the local needs. Land innovation are based on specific local needs, local resources, local knowledge, and local technology. So ability to develop location-specific innovation and adoption to maximize their local resources have been largely unrecognized, underestimated, and underutilized. So we, as a technical leader of the country, should certainly concentrate in these areas. So we can say that land innovation should be customized. World agriculture industry has experienced a massive technological shift like precision agriculture that involves big data, drone, sensor, and farm management software, environmental control, cellular agriculture, smart packaging technology, biodegradable packaging, so e-grasser business. So all has in the suitable space in the country, and if we properly move, we can add all this. So now urban agriculture, smart design, vertical farms, drone bees, artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, all are having good place, and they can be a pedestal of knowledge sharing and development of the country. So I'm quickly leaving all this. Now I'll discuss few experiment done by our student, and that is ready, and that is entering into the business area. That is techno-entrepreneurship based agriculture intervention. So first was this Titlis Engineering and Project Private Limited, one of the company incubated at our place. What they had done, they are tried to solve the water scarcity problem. How they had done? What is written that around 76 million Indian people have no access to safe, usable water. Because there is also a great problem in our education system. In primary school, teachers are teaching them that Earth is a blue planet having 75% covered of water. So what I tell now, कि अगर हमें ये मौका दिया जाए कि पूरी दुनिया का पानी निकाल के एक गेंद बनाएं, तो उस गेंद का व्यास क्या होगा? What will be the diameter of that sphere? You will be surprised to note the sphere diameter will be only 1385 kilometer. 1385 किलोमीटर व्यास का एक गोला, पूरी दुनिया का सारा जल इकट्ठा हो जाएगा। यहां से बंबई, बनारस से बंबई की दूरी भी नहीं है, शायद दिल्ली से बंबई से थोड़ा ज्यादा दूर होगा। फिर लेकिन वो सब पानी हम पी नहीं सकते, उसमें समुद्र का खारा पानी है। तो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ वाटर वी कैन ड्रिंक? तो मैंने कहा दूसरा गोला बनाते हैं जहां ग्राउंड वाटर एंड वाटर फ्रॉम लेक एंड रिवर कैन बी कलेक्टेड। सो यू विल बी सरप्राइज्ड टू नोट द डायमीटर ऑफ दैट स्फीयर विल बी 273 किलोमीटर। It's only 273 किलोमीटर। बनारस से लखनऊ की दूरी, दिल्ली से लखनऊ की दूरी, शायद ये दूरी होगी। तो अब लगा पानी कुछ कम है, लेकिन जरा और ध्यान से सोचिए। We have degraded lot of rivers. We have, eliminated lot of ponds and lakes. You see, in every city there would have been 50, 100, 400 ponds. But now today there are not a single pond, only 2-3 ponds. They have been, dumped with garbage, and new colonies are coming on that. So if I honestly estimate what exactly water left by future generation, that will be pathetic to know. 56.5 kilometer is the diameter of that water. So you can understand. So the solving this water problem, around 76 million Indians are not having good water. The water available is contaminated water. So by 2030, it is estimated that 50% of population will face water shortage. तो क्या करते हैं? या वाटर को, जो मॉइस्चर वाटर है, उसको एक सीरीज ऑफ एयर जनरेटर से पास करते हैं, उसे फिर कंडेंसर से पास करते हैं, और हम मॉइस्चर से प्योर वाटर बनाते हैं। ये टेक्नोलॉजी है, इसका 2-3 डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन इज रेडी, एंड वी आर moving ahead to provide this kind of technology to the field. Next one is giving cheaper alternative to irrigation. So how lab is helping or can help, I'm discussing that only. What is current situation? More and more borewells are being created. And if you create a lot of borewell, that will create water depletion and contamination. Arsenic और जो आर्सेनिक, क्रोमियम या फ्लोराइड की जो प्रॉब्लम राजस्थान, बंगाल और बलिया, सोनभद्र में है, इसलिए है कि बहुत नीचे पानी चला गया, रॉक उसमें डिसॉल्व हो रहा है. सो दैट इज बैड. सो व्हाट वी शुड ट्राई टू मेक मोर एंड मोर पॉन्ड in the villages, and using those pond for irrigation or river for irrigation, we need lighter pump with having lesser consumption of wattage. So this Eliving Solutions Private Limited has created a 1.5 horsepower pump जिसको कंधे पर किसान ले जाए और उसको आराम से, बिना प्राइमिंग का है तो बड़े आराम से बहुत ज्यादा डिस्चार्ज देता है. We have done this. So this is one solution. Next, we are trying to create n number of solar dryer as per the need of farmers, so that they can do post harvest technology. They can dry their grains even in any adverse situation. And nowadays, even in five-star hotels, they demand for solar dried tomato, solar dried, spices. Their things are in demand. So this kind of technology is not a very high-end technology, but very low-end technology. But they need, intervention from technical institutes. We are doing that. Next, you can go. It is the example of Jimmy McGilligan Center from Indore. They do a lot of cookies competition, making cookie through different kind of solar cooker. So that is the requirement of time. So now Nutri Tattva Food Private Limited process them food and compete multinational and providing good kind of nutritional food. So we are also training our students or companies to enter into all natural snacks such as crunchy nuts, nuggets, honey barbecue, munch, roasted sunflower. There is enough kind of things are good one. Next is, moringa is supposed to be one of the best plant, but now people are not even thinking of planting it. सहजन की पत्ती को अगर पानी में उबाल के पी लिया जाए तो ये दूध से ज्यादा पौष्टिक है। और कोई गरीब जो आप कहते हैं ना भूख से मर गया, मैं तो कहता हूं अगर गरीब अपने घर के सामने एक सहजन और एक कटहल का पेड़ लगा ले और अपने छत पर केवल नेनुआ, लौकी, इस तरह की चीजें डाल दे, ये कौन बताएगा? हमें बताना होगा। मुझे नहीं लगता कि गांव में लोग बता पा रहे हैं, तो हो सकता है आईआईटी का प्रोफेसर जाके लोगों को बताए कि आप करिए। और हमने मोरिंगा बेस्ड और इस तरह के इसके इतने टैबलेट कैप्सूल ये सब बनवाए इस कोविड-19 में कि इम्यूनिटी बूस्टर के रूप में इसका बहुत बड़ा मार्केट हो गया है। और नाउ वी आर डूइंग लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स। सो व्हाट हैज टू बी डन, दैट लैब हैज टू अंडरस्टैंड द नीड ऑफ द लैंड एंड अकॉर्डिंगली ही हैज टू डू एंड अकॉर्डिंगली ही हैज टू मूव। इट्स नॉट दैट आई एम ओनली doing research in the lab to get a publication. And the publication will depend only the trend in America. So I should only try to follow the trend of research of American American nation or European. That is not good enough for Indian Atmanirbhar Bharat. So we should certainly concentrate the local need and accordingly do the technology upgradation, renovation or research. So next is, that is aroma. We are facing a lot of problem of pollution of rivers. So why not to plant a lot of medicinal farming, do all across the rivers and extract, take the extract and can use. अगर आप घर में मॉस्किटो से परेशान होकर मॉस्किटो रिपेलेंट यूज करते हैं, so that is very bad for the health. But if you use lemongrass oil into that, you see the difference. So there are n number of things we can do. Am I audible? Hello? Hello?
You are audible.
Sir, you're audible, but probably your slide is not according to what you're saying.
Kundu Sahab, am I audible?
Sir, you're audible.
Hello? Huh?
मानसी जी, कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं पार्टिसिपेंट से क्वेश्चन पूछे, आप देख पा रहे हैं?
Sir, let me complete. Yes, sir, you're audible and visible too.
Okay, sorry, the line got disconnected. Now it's okay?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. So now I'm just moving. I'm just discussing very small innovation. So next one is introducing Bezi Pure. One of my MTech students, Mantri has created that. In COVID-19 situation, you want to wash your vegetables, you can use this solution that is effective on any kind of microbe. Then Rita se ban raha hai chemical ready detergent. One of my electrical engineering student, Manas Nanda, has come out and given a lot of employment to tribal people in Odisha. So this kind of lab to land technology is needed. Now next is, so there is the greatest problem in mining industry of overburden dump. How it is being used? There are n number of large mountain of overburden dump. So what we had done, we given this challenge to our student of ceramic engineering, and they come out with insulating bricks. So they can be utilized as a low cost, storage system for farmers to help them to do their vegetable and fruit business. So such kind of innovation we are doing in labs. So now I'll be going for waste material. Every year we see a lot of problem in Delhi even when farmers in Punjab and Uttar Pradesh burn their, parali. पराली जलता है तो लोग कहते हैं अरे बड़ा दिल्ली में प्रॉब्लम है। पराली ऊर्जा का इतना जबरदस्त स्रोत क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं? अब इतनी बड़ी टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं, इंस्टीट्यूशन हैव टू कंसंट्रेट टू मेक इट मोर इकोनॉमिक एंड मोर वाइबल। सो गैसिफिकेशन, pyrolysis, anaerobic digestion, fermentation and chemical technologies giving so many products: hydrogen, alcohol, gasoline, diesel, olefins, then these are the different kind of fuels and chemicals can be brought in. So what I started biomass characterization into my laboratory. So earlier it has been done mostly in Europe. Germany was the base of that. So in India, in chemical engineering, ITBHU, I started designing a different kind of reactor and evaluating the potential of various biomass, how they can be used, because this will ultimately give price to the farmers and improve their status. So this is the example first class. If you talk about only rice husk ash, जो धान की भूसी होती है इंडिया में 40 मिलियन मैट्रिक टन। अगर इस धान की भूसी को हम बिजली में कन्वर्ट कर दें तो इट विल बी इनफ टू लाइट 1,45,000 गांव को हम बिजली दे सकते हैं। So one of my student Gyanendra Pandey has started gasification unit in Bihar, and finally we have used this immense resource. और क्या होता है, धान कटता है, खेत से मिल में जाता है, मिल में वहां भूसी पैदा होती है, भूसी गैसिफिकेशन प्लांट में गया, फिर उससे बिजली बनी तो घरों में भी गया, इरिगेशन में भी काम आया, मिल बनाने के काम में आया, और साथ में कार्बन क्रेडिट अर्न किया। और अंत में हुआ कि जो ये राख बची उसका क्या करें? What will be the use of ash? So earlier it was blended into the cement, but my next company has utilized as a raw material and created new product. So अगर आप देखें तो next is Bristol Technologies. So what is that? Using rice husk ash and converting into the precipitated silica, which will be used as a material, filling material into tire industry and even in food industry. And even this silica can be made to produce glass at lower temperature condition. So this kind of technology is needed. And you can see we designed a reactor, fabricated the reactor, converted this ash into the very white, creamy silica. It is visible in my presentation. So now next is, if you see cow dung and food waste and sewage sludge, that is being wasted in India today. So now the time is that we technical institutes should concentrate and try to convert it to the useful form of energy and fertilizer. So this sewage plus is the proposed technology: use food waste, sewage sludge, enter into digester, create digestate and biogas. This digestate will as a organic fertilizer into the farmers for the use of farmer, and the biogas can be used anywhere. So this is the model we have already tried in metro station in Delhi, and even in Rashtrapati Bhavan, using horse dung, we have created, biogas, and that is being used in Rashtrapati Bhavan canteen. So that kind of work, I am not going to discuss the detail to, just compensate the time. I'll quickly finish. So this is, renewable reactor wherein we can use solar and wind, and then we can convert food waste into the biogas. So even for those conditions in villages, suppose there are very few animals in each village, each houses, so we can make a cooperative kind of concept, a gobar bank, collect that, convert it to the gas and manure, and then distribute. So this is there are a number of kind of models we have proposed. Next one is the RO. This is the biggest challenge to the country because we are wasting a lot of water. If we 1 liter water is entering into the RO, 3/4 is being wasted and only 1/4 liter is used. So now technology has to be developed to minimize this wastage. And we got a lot of success into that. In our new model, we are generating 3/4 liter of usable water and only 1/4 is being wasted. We have also addressed the problem of depletion of minerals into it. So this kind of lab on land technology is need of our, and ITBHU is working to that area, and we are moving ahead. Now next one is polythene. Polythene is a menace. प्रशांत महासागर में पॉलिथीन के इतने बड़े बड़े ढेर हैं कि डेनमार्क और नॉर्वे से बड़े देश बन जाए। आप सोचिए, तो हमें बायोडिग्रेडेबल पॉलीमर चाहिए, कैसे बनेंगे? फिर हम उन्हीं फार्मर्स के वेस्ट से, धान की पराली से, केले के तने से हम बना सकते हैं। तो वन ऑफ द कंपनी लाइफोमिक्स बायोलॉजिकल प्राइवेट लिमिटेड was created by one of my PhD student of chemical engineering, and they are starting manufacture of this. So this kind of innovation is currently needed. Even dhan ke we can go for pearl culture. This is the smallest innovation. We made a kind of solar reflector that can even use for ironing of the cloth. So you cannot use you need not use the coal. So this is one situation. Now finally, also one example: world's highest solar cooker in Ladakh. People say कि वहां पर कैसे होगा, बर्फ है, लेकिन टेक्नोलॉजी अगर बेहतर हो तो ये दीपक गढ़िया ने किया है, बहुत बढ़िया है। आप देखिए, पहले हमारा जो सैनिक देश के लिए लड़ता था वो इतनी गंदे किचन में खाना बनाता था, कितने तो दमा से मर जाते थे, लेकिन आज वो किचन ऐसा दिखता है। तो टेक्नोलॉजी का इंटरवेंशन इस तरह का चाहिए, तभी हमारा देश आत्मनिर्भर बन सकता है। सो नाउ आई एम कंक्लूडिंग दैट इनोवेशन इज अ मेजर इंस्ट्रूमेंट इन सोशल एंड इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट, स्पेशली इको फ्रेंडली इनोवेशन स्टिमुलेट not only in production but an efficient use of natural resources as well. As a result of changing economic, political and ecological conditions in the world, innovation are enablers of the value addition and accelerators of growth and overall development of society. The ultimate impact of technology and innovation will be to decrease poverty, rural development and to create Atmanirbhar Bharat. तो मुझे आशा है कि नई एजुकेशन पॉलिसी ने जो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी दी है करिकुलम में, हायर एजुकेशन में और प्राइमरी एजुकेशन में जो वोकेशनल और लर्निंग पे जो एम्फेसिस दी है, और तीसरा जो पॉइंट है कि हम अपनी भाषा में, मुझे तो हंसी आती थी जब मेरा बेटा संस्कृत पढ़ता था इंग्लिश में, तो मैं उसे कहता था यार सोचते किस में हो, तो कहता पापा सोचते तो हिंदी में है। तो हमके बड़ी डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन है कि आप कोई चीज संस्कृत पढ़िए, फिर उसको इंग्लिश में पढ़िए, फिर ट्रांसलेट करिए हिंदी में। और इसीलिए शायद मैं एक टेक्निकल टीचर होने के बाद, एनवायरमेंट, एनर्जी और एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में काम करने के बाद मैंने कल्चर पर भी काम करना शुरू किया है kasikatha.com के थ्रू, और मैंने भोजपुरी पर भी काम करना शुरू किया है चकोर के थ्रू। तो ये हमारी ड्यूटी है क्योंकि हम शिक्षक हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच। आई होप I have given you glimpses of innovation which can help at least one particular area. There are a number of opportunities. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. These were really insightful, and by that, of course, conclude very proudly कि जो हमारी new education policy है, it emphasizes on critical thinking, problem solving, creative plus multidisciplinary, innovation, adapting, absorbing new material, experimental, holistic, discovery-oriented, discussion-based, flexible, and integrated. And but of course, it should be enjoyable to all. जो पसंद है, जो मन है, वो करने को अब बच्चों को मिलेगा. That's a very glad situation. And with that, we would like to move and take this session to the final stage where the virtual podium is open for all participants to inquire points. And I think, sir, कुछ questions already हमारे chat box में हैं. So हम उनको एक बार पढ़ के एक बार आपको बताते हैं and we'll let you know.
So all comments, sir. I hope most of the comments.
Yes, but एक क्वेश्चन थोड़ा है कि विवेक कुमार जी का अच्छी उसको लेकर आती है, परंतु व तहसील स्तर पर उसको अच्छे तरीके से क्यों नहीं लागू कर पाते, क्यों नहीं लागू हो पाते?
एक बार फिर से कैन यू रिपीट दैट?
यस सर, सरकार अच्छी योजना लेकर आती है, जिले व तहसील स्तर पर उसको अच्छी तरीके से लागू नहीं कर पाती।
इसमें फिर मैंने कहा, जैसे आपने ध्यान दिया होगा, सबसे पहले जब मैंने कहा था कि हम लोगों की स्थिति ये हो गई है कि हर काम सरकार पे छोड़ दिया है। अब सरकार ने तो डिजिटलाइज भी कर दिया, गांव तक ग्राम प्रधान को भी जो रूरल डेमोक्रेसी आप कहिए उसके थ्रू कनेक्ट कर दिया, लेकिन हमारे गांव के यूथ इतना भी बॉदर नहीं करते कि वो जाके स्कूल पर जरा एक बार टीचर का अटेंडेंस ले ले, या एक बार जो चिकित्सा संस्थान, जो चिकित्सा केंद्र बनते हैं, वहां डॉक्टर का अटेंडेंस ले लें। करना क्या है, मोबाइल लेके जाएं, ताला बंद है उसका फोटो खींच के भेज दें। तो लोग बेसिकली इररिलेवेंट हो गए हैं। दे आर नॉट थिंकिंग ऑफ जनरल बेनिफिट ऑफ सोसाइटी, वो केवल अपने लिए सोचते हैं। और मैं इसलिए इसको कह सकता हूं कि मैं अभी इंस्टीट्यूशन के बाद गांव में भी रूरल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप सेंटर खोल रहा हूं। मैं 4 जगह रूरल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप सेंटर अपने रिसोर्सेज से, अपने फ्रेंड्स के रिसोर्सेज से, विदाउट गवर्नमेंट एड खोल रहा हूं। और मैं देखता हूं तो लोग कहते हैं यार इनको कुछ फायदा होगा इसलिए कर रहे हैं। हम उनकी सहायता के लिए जा रहे हैं, लेकिन वो पहले ये देख रहे हैं कि हमको क्या मिल सकता है। मतलब अगर मान लीजिए मुझको भी कुछ मिलता, लेकिन उनकी ज्यादा ट्रेनिंग होती, उनको ज्यादा फायदा होता, तो कहीं ना कहीं सोच में प्रॉब्लम है। इसलिए कि हमने देखा है लोगों ने बहुत बढ़िया बढ़िया एग्जाम्पल काम किया है। पोपटराव पवार को देखिए, अगर हेवरे बाजार में जाके आप देखना चाहें, अन्ना ने अपने गांव में किया, या काकून में जाके धर्मेंद्र मिश्रा ने जो काम किया, मैं देख रहा हूं। लेकिन अभी इन जनरल हम लोग लिटरेट रियल सेंस में नहीं हो पा रहे हैं, कहीं ना कहीं हमारे कंपार्टमेंट खुले नहीं है। इसलिए मैं लोगों से अपील करता हूं, प्लीज ओपन योर कंपार्टमेंट। जो फैसिलिटी है उनको अगर आप तक नहीं पहुंच रही है तो बताइए, हम लोग एक चेन क्रिएट करते हैं। और चेन क्या होगा, आप ही से होगा। youth of the villages in the rural area will make a information broadcasting system। एक ऐसा बताएंगे कि हमसे सीखेंगे और जाके उनको पहुंचाएंगे। ये सिस्टम हमें करना होगा, केवल सरकार नहीं कर पाएगी। हमारे सारे यूथ्स को, हमारे सारे टीचर्स को आगे आना।
सर वेरी राइटली सेड। और इसी से मुझे प्रॉब्लम याद आती है, और जो न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में भी कहा गया है कि गांव में तो बन गए हैं, लेकिन बच्चे बाहर जाते ही नहीं है। बच्चे जाते बायोमेट्रिक लगाकर आ जाएंगे, टाइम आउट टाइमिंग कर लेंगे। पर इस न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी कहा गया है कि नीड टू क्रिएट लिटरेसी एंड न्यूमरेसी एंड टू curtail drop rates by expanding schools to higher level। अपनी क्लासेस अटेंड करें और उन सिर्फ क्लास में या स्कूल में दाखिला लेने से कि हमारे बढ़ेगा नहीं, बच्चों को कुछ जाना होगा, वहां जाके पढ़ना होगा।
हमें कुछ बताना है इसमें? हाँ बताइए बताइए बताइए
प्लीज। The new education policy।
Okay, please go ahead।
सर मैं जॉय जी से भी रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी, क्वेश्चन सेम ही सर के है, विवेक कुमार जी के। देश के ज्यादातर हिस्सों में मानसून ठीक-ठाक होती है, उस पानी को हम पूरी दुनिया को एक साल तक पानी दे सकते हैं, लेकिन सिटी व गांव में कोई भी इसके प्रति जागरूक नहीं। दिल्ली में करोड़ों मीट्रिक क्यूबिक का पानी सीवर में चला जाता है। कब तक प्रशासन पानी को बचाने के कार्य से बचता रहेगा? सर
अब इस पे मैं बताऊं आपको कि मैं कहता हूं, जो कि इंडस्ट्रीज का काम मैं बहुत करता हूं, गंगा बेसिन में 500 इंडस्ट्रीज का मैं अकेले मॉनिटरिंग करता हूं। तो बार बार हल्ला होता है कि जीरो डिस्चार्ज इंडस्ट्रीज चाहिए। तो जीरो डिस्चार्ज होम क्यों नहीं चाहिए? जीरो डिस्चार्ज मल्टी स्टोरेज बिल्डिंग क्यों नहीं चाहिए? जीरो डिस्चार्ज मॉल्स क्यों नहीं चाहिए? तो हमें भी सोचना होगा। मैं विकास प्राधिकरण, डीडीओ, इन लोगों से कहना चाहूंगा कि आप कृपया किसी भी मकान का नक्शा तब पास करिए जब उसमें वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग लगा हो। 2 काम करना है, वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग लगाएं। दूसरा, जो हमारा टॉयलेट का पानी है और जो हमारा किचन का पानी है, ग्रे वाटर एंड ब्लैक वाटर को अलग करना है। सबको पहले क्या हुआ, जब सीवेज सिस्टम आया तो लोगों को यह बताया गया था कि पहले अपने घर में आप पिट बनाइए और पिट का ओवरफ्लो जाना चाहिए सीवेज में। लेकिन हम देखिए, हम करप्ट हैं, तो हमने पिट बनाना बंद कर दिया, सीधे सीवेज में डाल दिया। फिर हमने अपनी सारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी गवर्नमेंट पे डाल दी। तो देखिए पानी कैसे बचेगा? वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग शहरों में होगा। कोई भी मॉल, होटल, मल्टी स्टोरेज बिल्डिंग तब तक उसको नक्शा न पास करें जब तक उसमें बायोडाइजेस्टर लगाना हो। बायोडाइजेस्टर लगाएंगे तो उससे क्या होगा कि पानी ट्रीट होकर रिसाइकिल होगा, और हार्वेस्टिंग से पानी हम भूतल में डालेंगे। और गांव में ज्यादा से ज्यादा तालाब बनवाए जाएं, ज्यादा से ज्यादा जोहड़ बनवाए जाएं। और इसीलिए मैंने उस पंप की बात की थी, जो पंप जमीन से पानी नहीं निकालेगा। क्योंकि मैं बोरवेल के, कभी कभी मुझे दुख होता है, इन्वेंशन को मैं बम का इन्वेंशन कहता हूं, न्यूट्रॉन बम। द वे वी आर एक्सट्रैक्टिंग डिप्लीटिंग वाटर सोर्सेस, दैट इज नॉट गुड फॉर अवर हेल्थ। तो हमें ज्यादा से ज्यादा, आप देखिए पहले अगर पुराणों और वेदों में मैं चला जाऊं तो वहां कहते थे तालाब खुदवाना, झील बनवाना, पेड़ लगवाना, आश्रय बनवाना, ये पुण्य का काम है। और आज क्या करते हैं, तालाब पटवाना, पेड़ कटवाना, मतलब सब उल्टा। और कह रहे हैं कि हम अच्छा कैसे करेंगे, तो अच्छा करना होगा, अपने से शुरुआत करनी होगी। कहीं भी तालाब पट रहा है, खड़े होइए। मेरा एक दूसरा, कभी समय मिलेगा मैं प्रदूषण पे जब बात करूंगा तो मेरे उस स्लाइड्स में दिखाता हूं, कॉलोनी का नाम है सुखी संसार, और मैंने जब रिकॉर्ड चेक किया तो तालाब पाट के बनाया गया। और बनारस में तो कई तालाबों के खिलाफ और बगीचों कटने के खिलाफ मैंने मुकदमा लड़ा है। तो चीजों को किया जा सकता है, जब केवल टेक्नोलॉजी कैन नॉट हेल्प एवरीथिंग, यू हैव टू बी नॉलेजेबल सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया, ये बहुत जरूरी है। थैंक यू। एनीथिंग एल्स?
सर ऐसा ही एक एग्जाम्पल है सोडा विलेज का, जो कि राजस्थान में है, जहाँ पूरा विलेज सिर्फ एक तालाब पे निर्भर था और वो तालाब साफ ही नहीं कराया गया कभी। इस वजह से बच्चे डाउन सिंड्रोम से सफर कर रहे। तो लोगों को अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी समझनी होगी। वी कैन नॉट एवरी टाइम मेक द गवर्नमेंट द गवर्नमेंट कि उन्होंने गलत किया या उन्होंने रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अपनी नहीं की। We are accountable to this.
तो आप क्लासिक एग्जाम्पल तालाबों का अगर देखना है तो बुंदेलखंड देखिए। 75 तक बुंदेलखंड भारत का बहुत ही हरा भरा देश हुआ करता था क्षेत्र, और आज सबसे बुरा है। रीजन केवल यही है कि वहां सारे तालाब पट गए। और काकून में जो एक्सपेरिमेंट धर्मेंद्र जी ने किया, केवल अपने रिसोर्सेज से 200 तालाब खोद दिए, वहां का सिचुएशन बदल गया। तो केवल सरकार पर डिपेंडेंट ना हो और हम खुद के श्रम पर भरोसा रखें और कोऑपरेटिव, ज्यादा से ज्यादा कोऑपरेटिव पर भरोसा रखिए, फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी बनवाइए, आप आगे जाएंगे। थैंक यू।
Now I would request any of the panelists, Jayaprakash ji, would you like to conclude? Would you like to say anything? Okay, let's move ahead. I would like to thank my colleague, Mr. Pankaj, for helping us technically and solving all the technical glitches. Rajdeep sir, would you like to conclude by saying anything? I think,
Hello. Hello.
yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Am I on? Is Vedaji around? No, man. No, he's not. I don't see him where he is there. Okay. I mean, I think yes. Thank you. Thank you, Mansi, for bringing me in. I think this was after a long time. I mean, we have had such a fantastic discussion, and I mean, hearing Professor Mishra sir for such a short time, I think is just not enough for all of us. With so vast experience and so immense knowledge of and technicalities, sir, your insight into the entire subject and your idea of throwing us the whole idea of collective responsibility, and very important, said that we are supposed to produce leaders and not clerks. And I think I must thank you from the bottom of my heart for such an insightful session. I know it is not enough for all of us to understand so many technicalities which you have pointed out, but broadly speaking, whatever you have said about innovations and how we have to integrate our knowledge, local skills, and the last point which you mentioned, that youth of the villages need to create an information broadcasting system, really should go a long way in helping the new education policy see its fruition. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for accepting our request to be one of the speakers and sharing your insight into this subject. Thank you very much. We look forward to having a session with you again sometime. I must,
Thanks a lot.
thank you, sir. The pleasure is ours entirely. I must thank again from the bottom of my heart, Shri Vijay Prakash ji, for setting the motion and how we have forgotten our villages. The point which he said that the new education policy, which has thrown us and given us the opportunity to help us choose our own vocation, and also provide students from class 6 onwards to join the internship, some kind of an internship. And schools, I feel, per se in the country should get a directive from the respective departments, ministries, that they should send their children to the villages, even if it is for a week. Nearby villages should not be too far. Let them learn how to wash the cow. Let them learn how to feed the cow. Let them learn how to play with the mud, feel the sense of the mud, feel the fragrance of the mud. It is then they'd get back to their roots. I feel Gandhiji had truly said, if I may say it in Hindi, that यदि मैं कवि होता तो उंगलियों के संभावनाओं से कविताएं लिखता. If I were a poet, I'd write poetry on the possibilities of my fingers. And I think what he was actually stressing on was on how we develop a craft, how we use our hands, and how our hands can produce wonders. I thank Sir Vijay Prakash ji for his observations, for his pointers that he had put forward before us today. There have been quite a number of principals from different schools who have joined. Some of the schools teachers who have been also deputed to join into this program, and I think they would really take this message across to their schools. And sir, I hope this, if I mean even Sir Professor Mishra, sir, if something these children could also, I feel, if something could be done to help these children after the COVID is over, that to go to the nearby villages in their own areas, Haryana, Baghpat, Meerut, and then experience the life there, stay there for a week. This should be done like for their extracurricular activities, not just as an, and have help them understand what is real India. Thank you once again, Sir Vijay Prakash ji and Professor Mishra, sir. Thank you very much for really taking us through this journey. It's a very short duration to hear both of you, sir. I must again conclude saying that thank you very much. Mansi, thank you very much for the well coordination and the moderation. Thank you, Veda ji, the program officer of Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti, for your welcome address. Thank you, Shri Dipankar Shri Gyanji, the Honorable Director of Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti, for helping us organize this webinar, and with such wonderful brains of the country. Sir, thank you very much. Our regards to all of you, and we hope you all stay safe.
I want to add one more line that as in regard to the student, primary school education or secondary education, we have also developed a good team who love to go to schools and teach the student science and mathematics in a very interesting way. And I'm also associated with a Project Mala group that is up to +2. We started with 2 schools and now there are more than 15 schools. So we are also working the area, and I like to connect with Vijay Prakash ji now because he is in Bihar, I'm in Banaras. So I'll certainly love to see what we can do the service to the society by connecting each other. And even Gandhi Smriti, I'm already working with you guys from more than, I hope, 5 to 6 years. So let us contribute like गिलहरी ने जो रामचंद्र जी जब पुल बना रहे थे तो ये गिलहरी आती थी अपने को भिगा के, और जो सैंड जो छिड़कती थी, उसी तरह कुछ हम लोग भी करें तो एक तरीका शुरुआत हो जाएगा जहां पर कंट्रीब्यूशन इंपॉर्टेंस होगा. आजकल जो एक भ्रम पैदा हो गया कि सब सरकार करेगी, उससे थोड़ा लोगों को बाहर निकालना जरूरी है. तो थैंक यू फॉर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग सच ए nice event and giving us opportunity, and it was immense pleasure to listening Vijay Prakash ji today. और जैसे एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑफिसर को भी इतनी फील है समाज की, तो समाज जरूर बदलेगा. थैंक यू.
Thank you. The pleasure is entirely ours to have both of you on the panel today, sir. Thank you so much. Mansi, you take over.
Hello, Rajesh sir. मुझे लगा
Mansi, I think you can conclude. Mansi, you can conclude. Thank you.
क्योंकि सर बैंडविड्थ का इशू हो रहा है सर, वो लो बैंडविड्थ दिखा रहा है सर। हार्दिक सर,
With your with your permission, we will leave the meeting. Thank you so much, everybody, all the participants, for joining the meeting. Thank you so much, sir.
थैंक यू सो मच सर।
Thank you, sir.